Imagine waking up every morning with the same thought running through your mind. I am not enough. You don't say it out loud, but it lingers in the background of everything you do. You scroll through your phone. You see people achieving, smiling, traveling, building lives that look perfect, and you wonder why yours feels so far behind. You tell yourself you'll change tomorrow. You'll start fresh. But tomorrow comes, and you're still stuck in the same cycle. And deep down, it's not because you're incapable, it's because your mindset, your psychology, is quietly shaping your reality in ways you don't even notice. People think habits are what define them. But the truth is, habits are just the surface. Beneath them lies identity, the way you see yourself, the story you tell yourself about who you are. And that story is powerful enough to either build your life or destroy it. Think about the person who is always late. On the surface, you might say they're careless, lazy, or disrespectful. But psychology tells us something deeper. Being late can be an unconscious identity. It's not about the clock, it's about the way they see themselves. Maybe they grew up in an environment where time wasn't respected. Maybe they secretly enjoy the drama of arriving last. Maybe they crave the adrenaline of racing against the clock. It's not laziness, it's psychology. And when you start to see these patterns, you realize that everything we do, every choice we make, is a reflection of something deeper inside us. Now let's talk about procrastination. Why do smart people procrastinate the most? Because intelligence often comes with imagination. The smarter you are, the more vividly you can picture failure. You don't just see the task, you see every possible way it could go wrong. And that fear, that vivid imagination, paralyzes you. You delay. You distract yourself. You scroll endlessly. Because facing the task feels like facing the possibility of not being good enough. And so procrastination isn't stupidity, it's fear disguised as delay. And then there's self-doubt, the silent killer of dreams. Self-doubt whispers in your ear that you're not ready, not worthy, not capable. It convinces you to play small, to stay in your comfort zone, to avoid risks. But here's the truth. Self-doubt is not a reflection of your ability. It's a reflection of your conditioning. Somewhere along the way, someone told you weren't enough. Maybe it was a parent, a teacher, a friend. Maybe it was society itself, and you believed it. You carried it, and now it shows up every time you try to step into something bigger. But here's the emotional punch. Your comfort zone is not safe. It's a prison. It feels warm, familiar, easy, but it's slowly killing your potential. Every day you stay inside it, you reinforce the belief that you're not capable of more. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to leave. That's why people wake up at 40, 50, 60, and realize they've lived a life that wasn't theirs. They stayed comfortable, and comfort became their cage. Now, let's talk about success. Everyone wants it. Everyone chases it. But few talk about the loneliness it brings. Success can isolate you. When you achieve, people see you differently. Some admire you. Some envy you, some distance themselves because your growth reminds them of their stagnation. And suddenly, the very thing you thought would make you happy leaves you feeling alone. That's the hidden truth about success. It doesn't guarantee connection. It doesn't guarantee fulfillment. Without inner alignment, success is just an empty trophy. In happiness, we chase it like it's a destination. But psychology shows us it's not. Happiness is not found in achievements, possessions, or validation. It's found in meaning. It's found in gratitude. Gratitude is the most underrated psychological tool we have. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's present. You stop living in scarcity and start living in abundance. And that shift changes everything. Gratitude rewires your brain. It literally changes your neural pathways, making you more resilient, more optimistic, more connected. But here, that's the catch. Most people, Dante, practiced gratitude because they re-addicted to comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. You look at someone else's highlight reel and measure it against your behind the scenes. You forget that their success doesn't diminish yours. Their happiness doesn't erase yours. And yet, you let comparison rob you of gratitude, rob you of peace, rob you of the ability to see your own progress. So what's the way out? It starts with identity. Stop asking, what habits should I build? Start asking, who do I want to become? Because when you shift identity, habits follow. If you see yourself as someone who respects time, you'll stop being late. If you see yourself as someone who takes action, procrastination will fade. If you see yourself as someone who is worthy, self-doubt will lose its grip. Identity is the root. Habits are the branches. And here's the emotional truth. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not less than. You are simply conditioned. Conditioned by your past, by your environment, by your experiences. But conditioning can be identity can be reshaped. And when you reshape it, your reality changes. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Do you want to be the person still stuck in the same cycle? Still doubting? Still procrastinating? Still late? Still trapped in comfort? Or do you want to be the person who broke free, who embraced discomfort, who transformed self-doubt into confidence, who turned gratitude into power, who built a life aligned with meaning? That choice is yours, and it starts today. Because here is the viral truth people don't talk about. Your greatest obstacle isn't resources, isn't opportunity. Your greatest obstacle is you, the story you tell yourself, the mindset you carry, the identity you cling to. Change that, and everything else changes. So stop waiting, stop scrolling. Stop telling yourself tomorrow will be different. Make it different today. Step into the discomfort. Challenge the self-doubt. Rewrite the identity. Because your mindset is your reality. And once you embrace that, you'll realize you've had the power all along. If this message hits you, if you felt yourself in these words, don't just let it pass. Hit that like button so more people can break free from the same cycle. Subscribe to Rise and Reflect. Because every day we're uncovering the psychology that shapes your life and together. We're building a community that grows stronger with every reflection. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Your support isn't just numbers, it's the spark that keeps this movement alive.